Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. In this video you'll learn how to map or how to collect the data from your contact form in your website and send it to your Google Sheet Drive Google Sheet. And also I'm gonna show you guys how to send an automatic email to the users or the clients that already submitted the form. For example, I had this one like thank you for reaching out, and you can customize a custom message for your clients. In this tutorial, you're gonna use make.com, we're gonna create a scenario, and I'm gonna like walk you through step by step how to easily integrate that and how easily to create this automatic workflow in WordPress. So without further ado, let's go back to the dashboard and start working on our website. Our main goal is when I submit a form, like the data inside this form will be transferred to a Google Sheet. The first step is to install a form plugin and add a form in a page. So I'm using Gravity Form, but you can go to plugins, add a plugin, like search for example contact form 7 or any other form plugin. Like there is contact form 7, there is WP forms, there is forminators. These are all different form plugins you can choose, but in my case I already have a Gravity Form installed, so we're gonna use this one. So I'm going to Gravity Forms, I'm gonna add a new form. For example, I can add this template or I can add a blank template. So this is tutorial form. I'm gonna create a blank form. And inside here, I'm just gonna drag and drop the needed fields that I want to the client to put and to have in my Google Sheet. For example, the name. I want to have the email. I want to have the phone, and I want to have also a paragraph text. So I'm just gonna name it like message, and I'm just gonna the appearance. I want to make it smaller than that. Okay, good. So these are like, this is an example of a form that I need. I have the name, I have email, phone, message. You can add anything else that you want, but in my case, we're gonna move with this one. And then you're gonna save the form. And then after it's saved, you're gonna go to embed, and you're gonna find this copy short code here. So you're gonna copy the short code and you're gonna go to your page, home page, contact page, whatever page you're gonna choose, and then you're gonna edit the page and you're gonna insert the code here, like at the bottom or anywhere that you want. So I'm just gonna show you because I already have that, so we don't have to lose more time. So I'm just gonna edit the page. So guys, I'm working with Divi, the Divi theme. So this is the Divi builder. You can do that with Elementor, with Gutenberg, whatever the page builder that you're using. Like as you see, like I already pasted the this Gravity Form shortcode, so you can do the same for that, and then you're gonna hit save. I'm gonna save. Okay, so after it's saved, so we're gonna go back. So I'm gonna just stop. Okay, as you see, our form is ready. Okay, our main objective, like goal, is to have these fields when the client fill and submit. These data should be transferred to our Google Sheet. So for example, in my Google Sheet here, so I'm gonna create a new Google Sheet for us guys for the tutorial. Just gonna close this one. I'm gonna name it tutorial Google Sheet. And for the first row, I'm just gonna do like this one, maybe time. The second one, name. Third one, it's gonna be email. Fourth, it's gonna be phone, and we have message. Okay, so I just gave the first row will be the header of our page. Like you can also like create a table or make a special color for this first row, but we're gonna just keep it like that. But our goal is to have the content when submitted, to have the time here, name, email, phone, message written or added by the user. This will be automatically done, and for this case we're gonna use an automation tool called make.com. So this is Make. So you can do like a free, it's a free, you can do an account, and after you log in, you're gonna find this page. So I'm gonna go to scenario. I'm just gonna give you a little bit like about what's Make. So Make will make you or will provide you with the tools that makes you do workflows, like you create scenario. Your scenario is a process or multiple steps that the program or the system will follow in order to achieve your goal. For example, in our case, we're gonna have the webhook that's gonna grab the data, like after submitting the form, and then after submitting, you're gonna send an email, and after we send the email, we're gonna put this data inside the Google Sheet. This is an example of a scenario. It's really simple. It sounds intimidating at first, but once you get used to it, it's really simple. So we're gonna go back and create like a scenario together to make our work and to reach our needed goal. So we're gonna create a new scenario here. Okay, so for the first module, so these are called a module, like the ones. So I'm gonna search for webhooks, gonna click on this one, and I'm gonna find the custom webhook here. Okay, so our module is created. Now we need to connect it to our WordPress website. So in order to do so, we're gonna create a webhook. I'm gonna name it, for example, WP form submission. And we're gonna save. And then I'm just gonna copy this link, the hook link. I'm gonna go back to my WordPress website. So what we need to do to connect Make to this to WordPress, so we're gonna install a plugin called WP Webhooks. So go to plugins, add plugin, and search for WP Webhooks. Webhooks. Okay, this one, it's this one. So it's by Cosmo Labs. So it's already installed, but you can install and then activate. So my webhook is activated. So we're gonna go now to setting, webhooks, WP Webhooks, and we're gonna create a new webhook to connect our Make to here. So we're gonna send, click on send data. And here we're gonna find the possible webhook triggers that make whenever, for example, if you have added a new user or comment created here, you're gonna find an example of triggers you can use. But for our case, you need to search for the form submission. So in our case, you're gonna find, in my case, it's gravity form. In your case, for example, if you're using contact form 7, you're gonna find contact form 7. If you have any other form plugin, you're gonna find the needed place where you're gonna find form submitted trigger here. So I'm gonna click on form submitted, and I'm gonna add a webhook URL. I'm gonna name it, for example, leads upon submission. So this is just a name. And webhook URL, I'm just gonna paste the URL that we already copied from the Make, from here, from the webhook that we created in make.com. And then just add for gravity form submit. So it's created. So as you see, it's already created. So I'm just gonna hit save. And we can now test if the form submission works or not. So I'm just gonna click on run once. And it's running, it's waiting for the data for any submission. So we're gonna go to our, okay, let me just make this one smaller. Okay, I'm gonna go to my homepage where I have my contact us form. So I'm just gonna fill out, like, for example, Kareem, last tutorial, for the email tests. I'm just gonna give a test@mail.com. So okay, for the number, maybe you just give it like an example number, and message, for example, this is my message. And I'm gonna hit submit. Okay, so now we're gonna go back to the make.com. So everything works as you see. Like, we have the custom hook works. So when we go to output and click on the lead, you're gonna find all the information that have been submitted. Like, you see 3 is the email, we have the number, we have the message, we have the different data about the submission of the form. Even you have the IP, the source, the date created, everything here is inside this webhook. So after this is working, so we're gonna add the Google Sheet where we're gonna send this data to your Google Sheet. So we're gonna search for Google Sheet, we add another module, and we're gonna have, after, you're gonna find this triggers or these actions. So we're gonna add a row, and inside here you need to add your drive or link your drive to this Google Sheet. So you can simply click on add and then sign in with Google, and then just connect make to Google, to your Google account, and then close. It's already connected to mine, so I'm just gonna search for my drive file. So I'm just selected my drive, the spreadsheet. So I'm gonna search for my spreadsheet. You can search, it's already called, I think, let me check, tutorial. Okay, tutorial Google Sheet. So this one. And the sheet name is sheet 1. Like, I already have just one sheet. It's named tutorial Google Sheet, and that's it. Okay, so now for the values that we're gonna have add to the like, whenever I add or submit a form, the values are like the time. So we need the time. So search for date created or date updated. So it's basically the same. So for the name, I just want to have the first name and also the last name. So 1316 here in my case. Email must be 3, and the phone is this one, and message is this one. I don't have to fill the others because I already have my table, or my, like, the needed data is already in these columns. So I'm just gonna scroll down, and formatted no. I'm just gonna hit save. And now we're gonna test. So I'm gonna run once, and again I'm gonna refresh my page, and I'm gonna refill the form. So I'm gonna, for example, Kareem tutorial 2. So I'm just gonna make it 2 because make some difference from the first one, test2@mail.com. And then I'm gonna give my phone number, an example, of course. It's not my phone. This is my message 2. Write to, for example, anything that you want to add here, like, and then I'm gonna hit submit. So basically what we need to see now is we need to see that everything works good. So as you see, we have 1 here and 1 here. So it means that this one has captured the data, and this one also has sent the data. So what we need to expect is when we go to our Google Sheet, we're gonna find this added row. And successfully we did that. So as you see, we have the message, we have the phone, we have the email, we have the name, we have the time. And this is how easy it is to make an automated workflow using Make and WordPress. I may add another module, for example, if you want to add like another module. So for example, email, I want, for example, to email the user or the admin whenever there is a submission. Also, you can connect, like I'm gonna connect my external email, that the one that will be sending the mail. In my case, I'm gonna add a new one. So together, so I'm just gonna have other SMTP email provider, and I'm just gonna create a new mail for you guys. So I'm using Hostinger for the mail service. So I'm just gonna go quickly and add a new mail. For example, tutorial. Let's give it this one. So I'm gonna hide this one. Okay, create. Okay, so I'm just gonna connect apps and devices, and I'm just gonna copy and paste. Like the email address will be tutorial at kareem.com. Full name. I'm gonna write, for example, tutorial here. SMTP server. We can just like copy the SMTP server here from Hostinger. The port is already 465. It's good. Use TLS, explicit, and blah, blah. Username. So the username will be the email tutorial at WP with Kareem. And make sure that you already copied the password of the email that you already created. So I think this is not the password. So I'm just gonna again, I'm just gonna change the password. I'm gonna create this one, gonna update, gonna give it password, I'm gonna save. And now it's checking, and now it's successful, it's connected, it's good. And now for the subject, so like add to, we need to add the recipient. The email must be this one, like the third column, or the third the third element of our form. And to this one, the subject will be like, for example, thank you for reaching out or connecting. You can write whatever, like in here, reaching out, and you can add also his name. Okay, thank you, for example, thank you Kareem. Let's search for the name. Thank you Kareem for reaching out. And like the content, okay, I already have the content here, so this is an example. Hi, okay, let me close this one. Okay, hi, for example, hi name, and thanks for reaching out. We received your message and will kindly reply in 1 business day. Like you can add like your custom content or custom message here, and then what we need to do is just save. And now we're gonna run again, and we're gonna test everything. So I'm just gonna go to the form again. I'm gonna write my name, tutorial, for example. I'm gonna write now an email that we're gonna receive the test mail. So I'm just gonna give it my actual email here, gmail.com. Phone 123456778. This is my message, third message, and I'm gonna hit submit. So we're gonna go back to make. So as you see, the webhook is good, the email is good, and the Google Sheet is successful. So we're gonna go to the Google Sheet. So my name has been added here, the email has been added here, the message has been added here. Okay, good. So the added module should send in the mail. So I need to receive that mail. So that's gonna go back and refresh. Is my mail is correct or not? I think, yeah, I messed up. This is not my mail. So we're just gonna go back and I'm gonna run once again. So I'm just gonna refill the form because we did a mistake filling my mail. So tutorial 2 or 4, my mail is okay.com. I have phone here. Message, this is my 4th message. For example, I would like to contact you and have more information about your business. I'm gonna hit submit. Okay, let's check here. Okay, webhook, email, sheet. Let's check the sheet. Okay, the sheet has been added, and let's go back to my mail. And successfully, we received an email from the email that we created, and this is the message that we have. You can, like, for example, you can add a space, or let me see. Like, you can use HTML tags, for example. I just want to have a BR here going back to the line, and after this one, I'm gonna have a point, new line, so BR here. Okay, BR here, and then I want to have an empty line here, so I'm just gonna have this one. Okay, good. So I'm just gonna save. I'm gonna run once again. Gonna go back, refresh my page. Gonna go to my forum, tutorial 5. So I'm gonna just give it the same mail to receive it. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7. So this is my 6th, I think, message. Hello. I want to have website, or I want to know more about your business. And I'm gonna hit submit. Okay, hopefully, like, everything looks good, works good. This one has been added, good. We're gonna go back to my mail and check, and tada. You see, like, I already had it, like, the I went back to the line and I added another line here and another line here. I already have 2 lines here. Like, you can customize exactly the format or the shape of the mail that you have, and then once you're satisfied, you just need to save it. And after that, like, we finished, like, the workflow. If you want to add another thing, and what's really good about Make, you can add like, if you have any other idea, you can add it to the workflow. You can add, for example, you don't want to add or receive all the mails of anyone in the, like, we can add a filter, for example. You just need to set up a filter, like, for example, lead filter here, like the condition. For example, I want the message to be equal to, or contains, or exists. Like, I don't want, for example, the leads that already they don't submit a message. I just want the leads that written the message. I don't want to have the leads that didn't write any message. So just added another filter. You can add another filter as well. I want the mail to be existing, like exists. Like, you can have a lot of options and a lot of things you can do with the filter, or you can add another module. If you have any other idea, it's really good. It's really important to learn about, and about Make. I'm gonna hit save. I'm just gonna, for example, let's run once and see if our filter works. So I'm just gonna refresh. Okay, so we're gonna test again, like, the filter is working or not. So I'm gonna just give it name, tutorial 5, for example, or just, I'm gonna write this. I'm gonna leave the email empty, and the phone, I'm gonna write the phone. And I'm just gonna write a message. So in our filter, we did, like, if the email doesn't exist, I won't receive, or I won't have that in my Google Sheet, or I won't have that in my email. I'm gonna submit. And as you see, I don't have this one, and I don't receive any mail. You can, like, for example, Okay, I'm gonna refresh this one. I think it's bugged. Make sure that you save changes. So I think like I didn't save the changes. That's why I have like I already have one module. So make sure that you like whenever you make any changes to your scenario, make sure that you click on, let me show you where the save button is. So make sure that you save whenever you make any changes. So luckily I already have another integration webhooks like the mailing and the lead generation. So after you are satisfied with your filters and added everything, we're gonna go back to scenarios and you're gonna turn this on. So this will be like whenever like you have a submission in your form, it will automatically extract the data, put it in a Google Sheet and send the mail for that client. That's it. So that was how you can create an automatic workflow using WordPress. And that was like we used make.com, we used WordPress, you learned how to connect the website to make, how to create the different modules, how to connect the different modules into a working scenario, and we tested it, etc. So I hope you like the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment if you have any questions, and see you guys in the next video.